nothing to do with Tinkerbell. They are really a serious bunch.
Is there an extraterrestrial presence that has existed in the American Northeast for more than 2,000 years? If so, is this what brought the druids to this area? Or not the druids themselves have been responsible for opening the door to otherworldly visitors? Perhaps further clues can be found in another eerie similarity between ancient druid legends and the testimony of today's abductees. The strange phenomenon of missing time. Stay tuned for bonus footage when ancient aliens declassified return.
Hello, Ashley. Good evening.
New episode Tuesday at 9, followed by the season premiere of Tales from O'Reilly at 10, only on the History Channel.
From the twinkle in their eye to the sparkle of their smile, the holidays fill our hearts with magic. This holiday season, give the gift of a Disney cruise and discover where magic meets the sea.
What are you working on this holiday? We're washing the laundry.
Make that drying.
Get Black Friday savings now. GE Profile Combo Washer Dryer with smart dispense technology.
And you got it delivered free.
Get Black Friday savings now.
Switch to Dude Wipes, the wet, flushable wipe that clears instead of smears. Dude Wipes, best clean, hands down.
All because you need a person you love. Either things people love. You know what you don't see in psoriasis commercials? The thousands of real people who go undiagnosed. People whose psoriasis can look very different depending on their skin tone. As the makers of Confide, we understand that everybody's moderate to severe plaque psoriasis doesn't look the same. So we undertook a first-of-its-kind study of plaque psoriasis in every skin tone, like hers and his and yours.
Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections.
Hello, guys.
Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine.
Ask your dermatologist about Confide.
Good evening, good morning,
So-so pizza from So-so's Pizza.
wherever might be.
Our new triple pepperoni Magnifico pizza is stacked with classic crispy cut and new bold shredded pepperoni. It's triple the flavor and only at Marco's. Just $11.99.
Ladies, good.
ID 9, being the only one not asked for your ID. Smirnoff Extraordinary, getting the world's #1 vodka at an amazing price. We do Smirnoff Extraordinary.
Your fridge says a lot about you. And right now, yours says unprepared for the judgment of the Good thing an instant solution from DoorDash was at it.
Oh, the good boy. Healthy, good boy. Healthy. He's a happy boy. I am a good boy. Healthy. He's a
Your door to now. DoorDash. Progressive makes it easy to see if you can save money with a commercial auto quote online, so you can get back to your monster to-do list.
Super helpful.
See if you can save money at progressivecommercial.com.
Want a great idea for a holiday gift? Give hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you just step into when they're on. There's no bending down and no touching your shoes. Plus, hands-free Skechers slip-ins are perfect for everybody, from kids to grandparents. Give your loved ones hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Cueing the music.
If you're feeling out of step with your current big wireless plan, consumer cellular, they use the same powers as big wireless, so you can yup and save up to half with the same reliable
Hello.
nationwide coverage. all the dips.
Shakontla, Shara Vlogs. Hello. Good morning.
And 100% US-based customer service.
Yeah, you came from my friend Lion. Wait, I give you moderator.
After the publication of his book, Communion, author Whitley Strieber remains convinced of a profound connection between his
Thank you.
and the mysterious
See my comment on your
that
long
Hudson
video.
Valley.
Please return me. Okay, my friend.
That's been carefully aligned
I watch your video later.
and to the sky. And you will communicate with other levels of reality to the point that you
Thank you so much for watching.
entities into your presence. And you knew then the land is terribly sacred.
Could these
Okay, I return later.
extraterrestrial influence dating back to the age of the ancient Druids? Perhaps one final key can be found in famous tales of lost and missing time, for which this region of the world is famous, and which played a major role in communion.
Wait, I got the other phone.
In my experience,
I get the other phone.
it's as if you and I are sitting here talking. I can sense no change whatsoever, and then I discover
So that I play your video.
over an hour in what seemed to be like 5 minutes.
Missing time plays a role
Hello, everyone.
reports of alien abductions. But when it comes to the Hudson Valley, stories of missing time go back centuries. 200 years ago, Washington Irving published America's most famous tale of lost time, Rick Van Winkle. It's the story of a Dutch American colonist who takes a nap in the woods and wakes up 20 years later. Curiously, it's in a village just a few miles away from Screever's cabin. And Perkins, the legend of Sleepy Hollow, takes place in the real village of North Tarrytown, New York, just a few miles from Balance Rock.
I play your
I
video.
think that Washington Irving said something up there. Clearly, he was very sensitive to what was going on in that area. What is going on to this day in that area, in my opinion?
The well-known Rip Van Winkle story that was put into literary form by Washington Irving is kind of a fascinating story because even though it seems to be an American, it's really lifted directly out of the Celtic fairy tradition.
If the ancient Druids came to America thousands of years ago, were they attracted by an alien presence? Or is it possible that they used their vast and mysterious knowledge that allowed them
Hello, my friend,
the
Jamaican.
Earth in order to create a vortex and open a gateway for extraterrestrials? And if so, could that gateway have been left open, making it possible for the scores of otherworldly encounters that have followed?
Hi.
In my opinion, the vortex is important and been around for many, many thousands of years. And with each generation, we interpret the supernatural events, paranormal
Good to see you. Good to see you too, my friend. Thank you.
in these areas in different ways. Sometimes we see them as demons and devils. Today we see them as spacemen, as places of extraterrestrials.
Hello, Jamaican from
Maybe the portals
Shankotla.
through which transdimensional beings are making contact with this world.
I don't think that we should ever assume that we have always been alone here. There's too much evidence that that is not true. It's just that we don't like to look at that evidence.
Did the Druids arrive in America centuries ago? And forever leave
You doing your stream, my friend?
creating an entry point for beings from other worlds, other dimensions, and even other points in time. Perhaps as we learn more about the ancient Druids, we will uncover the secret to harnessing this power ourselves.
Thank you so much, guys, for the thumbs up.
Our ancient alien ancestors.
Shakotla. Thank you.
Are alien visitors coming toward in spacecraft?
These mysterious lights, intelligently directed.
Or could some be coming here by other means? Looking closer to extraterrestrials. It's not possible that they are using some interdimensional way of traveling. There are those who believe that not all close encounters are of the physical kind.
We perceive life in these parallel universes just like a ghost, a spirit, a angel.
And that alien contact often happens without our knowledge.
It exists beyond the physical spectrum. So the fact that
I'll return later.
doesn't mean it's not there.
And leaving no trace.
Maybe we're not really dealing with extraterrestrials from outer space, but ultra-terrestrials come from outer space.
There is a doorway in the universe. Beyond it is the promised truth. It demands we question everything we have ever been taught. The evidence is all around us. The future is right before our eyes. We are not alone. We have never been alone.
Araw pala ngayon sa Pilipinas, di pala ngayong gabi.
Back in the antebellum days, some plantation owner was hunting that disappeared. Some of the people from his plantation, slaves we would presume, went looking for him. They disappeared, never explained. But that night, these lights were seen.
For decades, these lights have been talked about, studied, and no one is sure exactly what causes these lights. There are many theories about them, but nobody really knows for sure.
There's a very curious story of a person named Ralph Leo, who claimed that he was following the brown mountain light one night, and that it led him into a secret cave full of crystals. A booming voice that told him about extraterrestrials, and that they have the technology to go from one dimension to another, to appear and disappear.
Extraterrestrials appearing and disappearing.
Wait, isa.
Moving between dimensions. While it may sound like a fanciful story, the Brown Mountain Lights have confounded attempts at
Takulo ko ang gigago.
for centuries. And this phenomenon, while baffling, is not entirely unique.
All over the world, there are these anomalous lights. One of the most famous.
To do a voice search, hold down the mic.
There's an area of the Mekong River between Thailand and Laos where lights appear on the river every spring, and it's a well-known phenomenon in that area. We have these lights too that appear in the Bay of Bengal, and fishermen believe that they are lights of dead fishermen who are sometimes guiding them to their deaths, or conversely, they're helping them get back to shore.
Incredible occurrences of mysterious lights that appear to be intelligently directed, as if they're alive. People would have the sense that they're coming from somewhere else, coming from other planets, perhaps even other dimensions. When these lights are seen, in my opinion, it's the result of a technological process. Some type of technology is involved, and that technology would have to be extraterrestrial.
Could there really be an alien
I'm not remember you.
seemingly
Buang.
referred to as those lights? Might they offer a brief glimpse into other worlds, possibly within other dimensions beyond our reality? The extraterrestrials from another planet? Could they alter dimension? Oh, as we ask, what they all have in common was there is a greater reality in which they exist. In the modern world, there is an invisible sea of wireless data, radio waves, microwaves, and various other frequencies exist everywhere that go
Microwave.
and back. what humans are able to perceive with the naked eye is extremely limited.
The human visible spectrum goes only from 380 to 770 nanometers. This means that humans are only capable of perceiving 1/8 of light of this entire spectrum. The fact that we cannot see the rest of the spectrum does not mean it's not there.
Technology has enabled humankind to become aware of much that cannot be perceived with the five senses. But could there be far more that exists, even outside the range of humanity's most sophisticated technology? Perhaps even hidden dimensions and alternate universes that exist right next to our own. Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and point to cutting-edge scientific research that may have located proof of these alternate, unseen worlds. Pasadena, California. October 2015. A team of scientists at the California Institute of Technology utilizes data collected by the powerful Planck Satellite Telescope to examine physical evidence of the Big Bang. To their astonishment, they also discover evidence of so-called hotspots, places where our universe could actually be coming into contact with others.
Two balloons being blown up really close together, and they happen to touch or bounce off each other, or even just come very close enough to interact. That will leave an imprint in our universe that will show up in this cosmic microwave background signal.
This raises the question, would we perceive other dimensions and other universes with other dimensionalities? This also raises the question of whether life and intelligence could exist in these parallel universes. And would we perceive this as like a ghost or a spirit, an alien?
When we think of ground mountain lights, it's quite possible that they are interdimensional or even from another universe, and it makes you wonder what other unseen energies are everywhere that we're unaware of and can't detect.
Could the ground mountain lights actually be emanating from a parallel universe? Ancient astronaut theorists say yes. And they suggest that intimate knowledge of these inhabited worlds can be found in the world's most sacred texts.
Stay tuned for bonus footage when Ancient Aliens Declassified returns.
Vamos! Hello, Bigner. Vamos! Thank you. Thank you, mi amigo.
Traveling the world, grab pieces to travel with you. Move along.
It's one of those things where a decision can alter the course of history.
How did teddy bears, water guns, and a groundbreaking doll come to define the 1980s?
In front of us, flying dolls.
Find out on the special night that we built for you.
It was a coming brand.
North America presents Totally Rad Toys begins tomorrow at 8 only on the History Channel.
Secret New York. February 1968. In a military unassuming suburban ranch home, an unseen force begins to terrorize the urban center. Groups mysteriously offending.
They reported the phenomena to the police department. A couple of police detectives came over.
A psychological investigation would look into the family dynamics. Is there something happening at this particular point in their journey that causes distress they're not aware of, so that the physical vibrations would affect their surroundings?
Eventually, the parapsychology lab at Duke University came in to investigate the case. The Duke lab talked about poltergeist phenomena as possibly the release of emotional energy, particularly from adolescents or young children or kids going through puberty. The idea being that they were confused, they didn't know what was happening to their bodies, they had emotional energy and trauma. They were operating under the assumption that the poltergeist phenomena was due to telekinetic energy being released by the unborn family.
These things were seen by a whole group of people. Even some of the experts saw the phenomena. Can this be something from another dimension? It's not just a group hallucination. Are they somehow channeling the psyche to each other? The psyche.
Sister Sally, hello.
Girl, so she watched the girls to see how it was happening when she was there.
How are you?
So it didn't follow classic lines, and yet there were lots of witnesses, experts, and no explanation was ever found. Years later, Steven Spielberg wove the tale into a fine movie. It was a big hit. Poltergeist.
Thank you so much.
If this poltergeist event was not simply the result of telekinetic energy, as some investigators suspected, then what can explain why? Was the concept really haunted by ghosts? Or could they encounter activity from another dimension?
We know science has been able to measure all sorts of invisible things. The electromagnetic field, the heat signature of objects and people, to the fact that we don't see it, but we know it's there. Any contact that we have with an interdimensional being is actually happening beyond our normal visual spectrum. There is no question in my mind that there's more than one species right here on the Earth that is operating within different frequency ranges. That's why we don't really see them. Most of our extraterrestrial encounters are interdimensional. These beings are not coming from far away. They are actually within our contained.
Poltergeist and others like it have been caught by beings from another dimension. Ancient astronaut theorists suggest that such an audacious concept is possible and believe This could also help explain the existence of everything from so-called ghosts to angels and demons. For their proof, they point to a particular phrase found in multiple religious texts. A phrase in the Hebrew Talmud, as well as the Quran, which details the existence of 7 levels of heaven and earth.
What are the 7 levels of heaven? Some associate them with the different planets of our solar system, but others refer to them as being parallel dimensions. So when we speak of other worlds, which people have interacted with, they were not dealing with extraterrestrials out of
Laila, Hatcher, hi.
According to the Islamic tradition, Gabriel provided Muhammad revelation through the Quran. These teachings will inform the Quran and become the basis for the Muslim faith, the second largest religion in the world. One may believe that the message of Gabriel was an interdimensional being from the unseen realm, the existence in the time. Dimensions from which they and other advanced beings might access our world via interdimensional highways that allow them to move without any space or time restrictions. Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and suggest further evidence can be found by examining a shamanistic practice in Australia that dates back thousands of years. Dreamtime.
Stay tuned for bonus footage when Ancient Aliens Declassified returns.
Some saw the allure of finding treasure, and some saw it as a mystery that needed to be solved.
I was born in the treasure hunt.
Investigate every theory.
Of Ireland's
History of Mysteries. Cancel the Wild season premiere Tuesday at 10. Only on the History Channel.
History.
For over 25 years, Lovesac has been where you're at for rules of comfort. It's okay to change your style. Get messy. Get immersed. Lovesac, you make the rules.
This is the story of the one. The one who knows the unexpected can put everything on the line. But with a teammate like Granger, she's confident that she will always win the day. Call, click, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored vodka with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those who fight the spirit. You've heard this, so hold it high. But the mark of a fighter.
Amazon's early holiday deals are huge. With everything you need to kick off the season. Shop Amazon early holiday deals now.
Your gut is like a garden, growing both good bacteria and bad. That balance is key to a healthy gut environment. Benefiber's plant-based prebiotic fiber gently nourishes the good bacteria, working with your body to help your gut and you flourish effortlessly every day. Grow what feels good with Benefiber.
Patients who have sensitive teeth but also want whiter teeth, they have to make a choice, one versus the other. New Sensodyne Clinical White that provides 2 shades whiter teeth as well as providing 24/7 sensitivity protection. Patients are going to love to see Sensodyne on the shelf.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use in the future. So you'll have emergency pizza when you need it most. Here you go.
Thank you.
No matter the reason, when life gives you lemons, Domino's gives you free pizza.
Joy.
Sorry, Dad. Get your emergency pizza when you order online. Only from Domino's.
The Australian outback. Located hundreds of miles from the bustle of the major city centers of Sydney and Melbourne. This sparsely populated region of the continent is home to an indigenous population that can trace their roots back over 40,000 years.
To bring that over because it is full of guidance and treasures. Dreamtime allows the indigenous people of Australia to travel back in time, or at least visit with ancestors very far back in time. They say back to their original ancestors.
The Aboriginal artwork depicts these ancestors with oblong heads and large eyes. An appearance that ancient astronaut eras find eerily similar to modern-day accounts of